Okay, I'd like to welcome you to tonight's junior high awards ceremony. I'm really excited about our student athletes this year and what they accomplished. We had a really good group of junior high athletes. The future is definitely bright at Gateway. I would like to begin by thanking our coaches, the ones that are sitting behind me, for all their work. They are a blessing to me and to your student athletes. They not only coach them, but they're also a ministry to your kids. You know, they're always there to pray for them, give them godly advice. So I really appreciate all that you guys do. You guys are awesome. And to our parents, I always say this, I think we have the best parents anywhere. I feel so supported. I know our coaches feel supported. Enjoy seeing you guys at the games. You guys are just great fans, and we love you. And to the junior high students, student athletes, I'm just honored tonight that we get to recognize you for your accomplishments. I know it's hard to get up early in the morning and come practice and put all those games in, but you guys did a great job and also keeping your grades up, so I'm really proud of you guys for that. So with all that said, we're going to have our junior high volleyball coach come up, Ms. Strickland, to give the junior high volleyball awards.
All right.
Okay, so hopefully I do this better than last year, because if any of you were here last year, you know I was a wreck up here and couldn't talk at all. So what I'm going to start out with is by saying that, see, I'm already doing it and I can't even talk. But anyways, I'm going to compose myself. We had two great teams this year, 7th and 8th grade, and I was really proud of all the girls. They worked hard, and I'm not the easiest coach to deal with at the junior high level because I am super competitive. And so I just want to thank them for everything that they did for me and for their teammates. I'm going to start out with the letter, pin, and bar awards, and I'm just going to go ahead and name everybody that received that award this year. Starting off with Brielle Dollar, Alani McGill, Ileana Navarez, Tiffany Rodriguez, Harley Ruiz, Mackie Stanton, Delaney Vanderdusen, Morgan Worley, Iracema Mendoza, and Yulisa Rivera. Those students received letter, pin, and bar. The following students will receive a bar. That's Madison Albrecht, Kimber Bollock, Brooklyn Dollar, Alissa Fox, Sara Mccollum, Jordan Reeves, Zadie Rhodes, Bailey Weston, Dally Burge, Emily Martin, Juliana Miller, Sabrina Nelson, Susie Perry, and Riley Strickland. And we had one athlete, Sienna Smalley, receive a pin and a bar. Next thing I'm going to move on to is our 7th grade awards. My defensive player of the year was Sienna Smalley. She tried really hard for me the whole season.
That's awesome.
And improved tremendously. Offensive player of the year for 7th grade was Sara Mccollum. She did a great job serving all year long, and I think probably 90% of our games she ended up serving the winning points. So she did a great job with that. MVP player of the year for 7th grade volleyball is going to be Kimber Bollock. And I'm going to lose it again, so I apologize. And my girls aren't used to me being emotional because I am tough on them, but these girls were great. And I could have given any one of those girls this award. Okay, sorry. Moving on to 8th grade. Our 8th graders did a great job. They had some moments where they fought to work as a team one game, and I think they learned a whole lot by that and were able to see the difference in themselves. And they did a great job in that from then on, they worked as a team. And with those girls that played, minus some girls that moved up the year before, we lost 1 game in 2 years. So they did a really great job. Playing hard, doing as I asked, and working through some issues and playing as a team. And I'm very proud of them for that. MVP player of the year for 8th grade goes to Alissa Fox. It was a tough decision because I could have given it to any of my 8th graders, these 2 awards, but I chose the 2 that I felt like had a positive attitude all year long, encouraged their teammates, never questioned anything that I asked them to do, and really just stood out. Like I said, I could have given it to any one of my 8th grade girls on the team, but I chose these 2 because they stood out the most to me as a whole. Being respectful, never questioning anything, doing whatever I asked, encourage their teammates, and just being there for their team. 8th grade Offensive Player of the Year goes to Emily Martin. And 8th grade Defensive Player of the Year goes to Susie Perry. And obviously, last but not least by any means is the Warrior of the Year for volleyball, and that goes to Delaney Vanderdusen. She didn't play very much, and matter of fact, when I tried to put her in, she was terrified and got anxiety, but we talked her into going in, and she did a great job. But she was the first person on the team to encourage all of her teammates at any time. She was always there for each and every one of them. Even if she didn't play, she was there to encourage the team and tell them a good job, and always had a smile on her face. And that would be the reason we gave her Warrior of the Year. Once again, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to coach your daughters this year. They all did a great job, and I'm very proud of each and every one of them. So that's it for volleyball. Did you want me to move on to basketball? Okay. So moving on to basketball, we only had 1 team, we ended up making an 8th grade team because we didn't have the amount of girls to have 2 full 7th grade and 8th grade teams this year. So again, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the letter pin and bar award, and we had 1 in basketball, and that was Alani McGill. The next award will be the pin and bar, and that will be Brielle Dollar, Ileana Garcia, Delaney Vanderdusen, and Zadie Rhodes. The rest of the names I'll name off get a bar, and that's Kimber Bollock, Brooklyn Dollar, Alissa Fox, Sara Mccollum, Sienna Smalley, Emily Martin, Susie Perry, Riley Strickland, and Chloe Garnett. So obviously, because we only had 1 team, I was limited on the awards I could give. All these girls, once again, did a great job. They did what I asked. They played hard. They came to practices early every morning. We scrimmaged the boys. They did a great job. Not any of them complained. Actually, that's probably was their favorite thing to do because they wanted to beat the boys in a scrimmage. But I just appreciate them all being willing to come to practice at 6 in the morning and work hard from 6 to 6:30 and give me their all. We'll start off with Offensive Player of the Year goes to Alissa Fox. She did a great job handling the ball, seeing the court, and I really appreciated that in her. Let's do Most Improved. What goes to Chloe Garnett. She stepped up when Starters, our starting post fouled out, and we got to see another side of her. She was super aggressive, and I knew I could put her in at any time, and she was going to step up and do what she needed to do. So I'm very proud of her, and that's why I gave her most improved. This next award was tough to decide. Sorry, and I apologize again for getting emotional. But as a lot of you know, my daughter played on the team. Sorry, but I can't talk. But as a rule, she knows if I coach her, she doesn't get to get any awards because mom's the coach, and I mean that's just how it's been since I coached her since she was 6 years old. And I should get this emotional, sorry. But Defensive Player of the Year went to Riley Strickland. Really, you guys are supposed to help me out here and not get me all emotional, jeez. But anyways, the reason why I gave her this award is because I could have put her at any position, at any time, really defense or offense, and she was gonna do what I asked. And even, I mean, today she was like, Mom, I know I'm not gonna get any awards. Can you tell me who else is getting awards? And I didn't let her know any of that. So that is the reason why I get so emotional about that, is because usually I've told her all growing up since I started coaching her was that Mom's a coach, you don't get awards because it doesn't look good, but you know what, I felt like this year she truly deserved it, and so that's why I gave it to her. Enough of that, I'm going on to MVP, Player of the Year, and that goes to Emily Martin. Emily did amazing this year. She stepped up, offense, defense. The girl figured out she could jump, and she was a rebounding fool. She played on offense or defense, and I was really proud of her for stepping up and really improving her game this year. So that's why Emily Martin receives MVP for basketball. My Warrior Award this year goes to Sara Mccollum. Sara didn't start this year as a 7th grader, and it was tough because, it was an 8th grade team, but Sara always did what I asked her to do. Went in, never argued, never wavered, and was always there on the bench next to me or one seat down, ready to go in. And I just appreciated her positive attitude and being there for the team no matter what. So that's why I chose Sara Mccollum for Warrior of the Year. Okay, now done with me giving awards and you having to listen to me be emotional. Coach Cecil, are you ready to do
Yes.
boys basketball?
Go ahead, Sean. Well, I just want to say thank you once again for allowing us to coach your kids, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was my first year coaching, and I look forward to doing it again and again. So with that being said, with junior high basketball, we're going to start out with the letter bars and pins, and they are going to Cameron Brown, Jacoby Chavez, Wyatt Curry, Ethan, Elijah Ternario, Sam Wade, and Chris Carson. Yes. And now the bar awards are going to go to Chris Carson, Samuel Dumpshot, Raymond Ellis, Brett Fruget, Noah Gomez, Ethan Hunter, Caleb Moore, Jonah Perry, Brennan Reed, yes, Hayden Strickland, Nathaniel Wigley, Asa Shaw, Braden Smith, and then a letter, bar, and pen will go to Elijah Taylor.
Awesome. Well, like Coach said, we absolutely enjoyed coaching your kids. There was 172 of them. And so we had, I don't know how many teams, maybe not that many. It just seemed like that at 6 a.m. when you got 21, 22 kids running around throwing basketballs everywhere. But we enjoyed them. We saw progress in every single one of these kids. They really did get better throughout the season. They all contributed. So these awards weren't all easy. Of all the awards, though, that I thought was the easiest is this one. It's the Warrior Award for 7th grade. And this kid is just an infectious kid. He shows up. He's always there. He was smiling. He had his shoes tied, his socks pulled up. He was ready to go, practicing free throws. Just always intense, focused mentally, physically, and always had a great attitude, encouraged everybody else, never complained, didn't get a ton of playing time, but did an incredible job as a teammate and as a kid. So the Warrior Award for 7th grade goes to Chris Carson. Good job, Chris.
Way to go. Defensive Player of the Year. This student really did a good job for his first year playing basketball for Gateway, and that's going to go to Wyatt Curry.
Amen. All right, good job, buddy. Offensive Player of the Year for 7th grade is, this kid did a good job too. He's a little bit of a clown sometimes, and has a great personality. He's a little bit like his dad, and has a lot of fun on and off the court. Enjoyed him, worked hard, showed up, did a good job. And so the Offensive Player of the Year for 7th grade is Cameron Brown.
Okay. Most Improved Player of the Year is going to go to Nathaniel Hunter. He really started out, didn't know if he was going to play or not. Mom said that we're going to give him a shot, let him see what he wants to do. He came out, he enjoyed it, he came to every practice, and the first time he made a shot, his eyes opened up so big, it was like, I mean, you had to be there to see it. It was priceless. So good job, Nathaniel Hunter.
And finally, MVP for the 7th grade team. This little guy is like a water spider. He's everywhere all the time, never runs out of energy, always works hard, had a good attitude, handled the ball well for the 7th grade, made several shots, did a great job scoring, played good defense. And again, this was close for a lot of kids because we had a lot of kids step up and do a good job. But this award for MVP 7th grade goes to Jonah the Shark Perry. So good job, Jonah.
8th grade, Warrior of the Year goes to Noah Gomez. Noah Gomez came out and he went to every practice. He gave it all he could give, and just kept getting better and better as time went on. And we just had a great time working with him, helping him out, teaching him, coaching him, and just way to go, Noah.
Like you said, a lot of these kids is their first years to play. So we had 21 of them. A lot of them, they all kind of grew together. But we had 3 8th graders, I believe. And so we had an 8th grade team, but it consisted of a lot of 7th graders and just a few 8th graders. But the Defensive Player of the Year, this kid, I don't think he ever played basketball either. He was an 8th grader, but never played basketball. Struggled early, just kind of figuring out, do I like this, do I not like it? But kind of midway through the season, his attitude towards the game just changed, and we started seeing this guy play really good defense, get after kids, and hustle more. And so Defensive Player of the Year goes to Eli Taylor.
All right. Offensive Player of the Year. This student was here before the coaches were here. Before the doors were even unlocked, he was here. And he was here even after I mean, it was like he always wanted to be on the court doing all kinds of shots. So Offensive Player of the Year is going to go to Asa Shaw.
Good job, Asa.
Way to go.
Most improved. This kid started the year like most of these guys, hadn't played a lot of basketball. Real timid, well, he's not timid, but he's just got a kind of introverted personality. He's quiet, at least he did around us. And he kind of came out of his shell, and we just saw a lot of improvement in his ball handling skills, shooting, defense, learning the plays. A lot of these guys had to work hard just to learn basketball plays this year. And ended up towards the end of the year really kind of improving, taking major leaps. And I look forward to this kid. I think he's going to be a really good athlete going forward. And so most improved this year goes to Caleb Moore.
MVP Player of the Year. This student gave it all his all. I mean, he was up and down that court. I mean, he took some hits that we didn't know if he was going to be able to get up after those hits. And he did. He wanted to continue to play, but we knew that he needed not to play at that time. So this MVP Player of the Year award goes to Nathaniel Wigley.
All right, that's our 7th and 8th grade basketball. And we just thank you guys for the opportunity. Coach Cecil and myself, we absolutely enjoyed it. I hope we have that many kids come out this next year. I think we could have some really good teams. Hope the 6th graders come out. And we look forward to seeing y'all out there. God bless you guys. Thank you.
God bless. Thanks.
Okay, we have 4 more awards. We're going to do the Female and Male Athlete of the Year award, and then the Female and Male Warrior of the Year award. And I'll do the Athlete of the Year, and Coach Wigley will do the Warrior of the Year award. I will start out with the Female Athlete of the Year award. This goes to a young lady that is super athletic. I've enjoyed watching her play, not only on the court, but in the gym. If you look over in the gym, she's playing in the corner. She's always doing something to get better. She's really fun to watch. I'm really excited about her future here at Gateway. And this goes to Alissa Fox.
Good job, Alyssa.
Okay, and the Male Athlete of the Year goes to a young man that he's got something that you can't coach. And as a football coach, I'm so excited to coach him next year. He's just got something that, as you've been around the sports, he's got that drive and that never give up attitude. And on top of that, he's a good athlete. So he's got a bright future here at Gateway. Very respectful. Hardworking, and this goes to Nathaniel Wigley.
All right. So I'm going to do these Warrior of the Year awards. We got. I'll start with the female, ladies first. And this young lady couldn't be here tonight, but I want to brag on her anyway. I was able to talk to Coach Strickland a little bit about why she got this award. We all voted on this stuff, but she just fought hard for her because she said, hey, this girl showed up on time, always did what she was supposed to do. At the kind of the beginning of the year, she was kind of timid about, I don't want to mess up, I don't want to do this wrong, but always had a learning attitude. And just like Coach Stevens mentioned earlier, some kids, you just go, hey, I want to coach this kid because they're so hungry to learn. And it just goes to show that kind of mentality pays off. This young lady did all that, got way better throughout the year. By the end of the year, got some confidence, figured out what she could do on and off the court, and did it with a great attitude, was very encouraging to her teammates. And so this year's Junior High Female Warrior of the Year award goes to Emily Martin. So good job, Emily. I'll leave that there. And then Junior High Male Warrior of the Year. Nobody had to ask me. I just said, hey, this is the kid. I've gotten to coach him for a couple of years now. He came out for football. We didn't end up having a junior high team, but he came out every day, practiced. Godly attitude, always shows up. Coach mentioned him earlier. He's always there early. He showed up all the time. He had a great attitude. It's yes, sir, no, sir. Very encouraging to the team. I saw a lot of development mentally as a leader on the court this year. We got to coach him in basketball, and he was going to be a heck of a baseball player for us this year if we would have got to finish that. But right kind of kid, right kind of attitude. And this year's junior high Warrior of the Year goes to Asa Shaw. Good job, Asa. Good job, buddy. All right. Coach Steven.
Okay, that concludes our award ceremony. Again, I just want to thank you parents for supporting us, and coaches, again, thank you guys. Look forward to seeing you guys on the court and on the field next year. Thank you.